Cedar Hill hole number 1. This is a straightforward hole that requires a solid tee shot. Trees, left and right, keep guard. You will need an accurate long second shot to reach this downward sloping green in regulation. Sand bunkers, front left and right, guard this green no matter what hole location. Cedar Hill hole number 2. A dog-legged left with difficulty on both sides of this fairway. When approaching this green, beware of bunkers front left and in the back. This green will challenge the best putters, as it has a strong back-to-front slope. Any hole location demands some forethought. Cedar Hill hole number 3. A slight dog-legged left requires an accurate tee shot, preferably with a draw. It will take a strong uphill second shot to reach this plateau green in regulation. A pot bunker on the right represents a challenge with a sizable bunker on your left to get your attention. Cedar Hill hole number 4. This wide open hole is long enough to challenge most golfers. Hitting a second shot to grass mounds located on the right side can lengthen this hole. Once again, we have a downward sloping green with any potential hole location proving difficult. A skilled putter, not to mention a bit of luck, has the advantage here for sure. Cedar Hill hole number 5. A par 3. Looks easy, but trees along the right fairway and bunkers in front left and right with deep grass on 3 sides will give you pause. Accuracy counts on this hole. Cedar Hill hole number 6. The first par 5 on the front 9. Don't let the wide fairway fool you. Trees on both sides of this hole can prove costly. 3 good shots will get you to this nicely balanced and fair green. But bunkers guard this dance floor on the front left and right. Cedar Hill hole number 7. This relatively short hole is a bit more narrow than previous holes. The entire fairway is guarded well by trees and sand, just where a good tee shot might like to call home. Again, Cedar Hill will challenge you with a back-to-front, downward sloping green. Oh, P.S. Don't be long, as deep grass takes up residence in the valley behind this hole. Cedar Hill hole number 8. This narrow fairway is well guarded by tall trees. While this hole is not long, sand and deep grass berms surround the elevated front of this downward sloping green, making you consider a longer club. Any hole location will confront you with new considerations for every round you play. Cedar Hill hole number 9. While the scorecard lists this as a par 4, it plays long. The fairway is wide, but trees on both sides can easily get in the way. The elevated green has a false front, so don't be short. But then again, don't be long, as tall grass beckons. Sand bunkers front left and right add to the difficulty. Cedar Hill hole number 10. The Cedar Hill signature 10th hole is a short and steeply angled par 3. Trees left and right and deep bunkers on all sides guard a downward and left-angled green that is quite fast. This one will challenge your putter. Cedar Hill hole number 11. Don't let this wide, slight dog-legged left hole fool you. Trees left and right keep you honest. The angled green is well guarded by sand bunkers. Going long makes for trouble as well. Keep your ball on the right side of this green, as it likes to go left. Cedar Hill hole number 12. You are greeted here with a dog-leg left. Trees and water on your right, as well as trees left, demand a fairway shot if at all possible. Your second shot is greenable if your drive is long, but water on the right, woods on the left will keep you honest. This green has multiple bunkers front right, as well as sand and grass bunkers on the left. Cedar Hill hole number 13. This is one interesting par 3 that plays longer than it looks. With trees on the right and left, as well as multiple surrounding sand bunkers, making par can feel like an achievement. Cedar Hill hole number 14. You are faced with a long, straight forward par 5. And though the fairway is wide, trees guard both sides. A slight uphill approach to this large green seems uncomplicated, but you have to stay out of the sand and grass bunkers that will complicate matters if you are considering par. Cedar Hill hole number 15. A very challenging par 4 dog leg left. Trees are a factor on this hole all the way. Deep grass on the right and a deep grass berm on the left can cause some frustration though. Your second shot goes to a steeply sloped back to front green with a nasty drop-off on the right side that must be avoided. Deep sand and grass bunkers try to hinder you as well. Cedar Hill hole number 16. A short uphill par 3. Looks easy, but this sloped green is a challenge indeed. The uphill approach is surrounded by trees and a dance floor is surrounded by bunkers, so unless you hit this green from the tee box, you will find making par formidable. Cedar Hill hole number 17. Our 17th hole will prove interesting to all. Though the fairway is wide, trees on the right as well as sand and grass bunkers on the left will demand a tee shot down the middle if possible. Your second shot faces a sizable water hazard that stares at you, starting in the middle and then running all along the right side right up to the green, as well as sand bunkers on the right and left. A sizable and fair green awaits you. Cedar Hill hole number 18. Our 18th and finishing hole is a par 5. To the accurate player, it is a great finishing hole. You need a straight tee shot, but dual bunkers on the right and trees on both sides can spoil your party. The second shot is straight ahead before sending a hill towards the green. Deep sand and grass bunkers line the approach and the sides of this downward sloping back to front and angled green. Finishing with a par makes your day.